lane getting up in that 3-0 scoreline against the side of Rio. But that matchup is done and dusted. We're gonna witness the side of the next match, the next series for the entire day. We're gonna see some new teams fighting off our next matchup. But now it's gonna be on the Protocol Harper. And before that, let me tell you the teams: Octane U18 facing up the side of New England Bayliners U18. Now, when it comes down to Protocol, not a very, I would say, not one of my favorite keys, map. But in terms of the competitive play, it's one of the best actually when it comes down, especially in a game mode like Hardpoint Flash. What do you think?
I definitely, I definitely agree to an extent. I've got a question for you, Bullet. Do you play a sub or an AR?
I play in sub. I
Yeah,
love sub.
that tracks. You know, you don't like the long range maps because the ARs actually stand a chance. That makes sense. But yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting. You're going to hop on board here with Zavi, who's going to find one in that top grandma's area, but a lot of those kills going the side of Octane. Nothing too crazy so far. Bayliners with an early lead, but Octane clawing their way back into this. Big tags at a Kratos. Not going to be able to find that kill. Aiden's good for that one. Zavi going to be able to find tricks and just trades on trades here. But Octane remain in control of this hill, grossing a fairly big lead off this P1.
Especially taking a look at the side of Logano. He's being on the 6th streak and going in for the 7th. He's not been dead for even one single time. We are already down to 1 minute left. 1 minute of this particular hard point, though. Getting on the capture point as soon as possible. And boy, oh boy, it's going to be actually the side of the New England Bayliners, folks. There was a little bit of that production problem, and we have got that right now. Octane being the team to struggle, and it's actually Bayliners to be on the advantageous point. A huge lead, though, coming up, starting off in this first round. And still, Logano is going to be on the 10 kill streak, going back to back at it. Opponent know it, they know it, and boy, oh boy, he's just not stopping anytime soon. That's it, just gets taken away though. Probably Zavi trying to find someone else. The hunt gets down from the hands of Raiden. Boy, oh boy, it's going to be Doomsday to take down the side of Logano. Finally, the boy goes down with an 11 kill streak.
Yeah, but streaks have been achieved. 15 seconds on time. 11 kills, just no real chance for Octane there to break that hill. 66-10 going into this P3. This P3 is going to be huge for Octane to claw their way back into this game. But once again, we're seeing the Bayliners hop on time here. Hunt going to be trying to find his way through this mid-gun area. Not going to be able to find anything quite yet, but also not getting found out. Kratos going to take that zip up. Big knife kill from him, finding Aiden. Zavi going to be spot that player. Not going to be able to find the kill. Doesn't get cleaned up by Tricks, and more time going the way of Bayliners. Octane have not even sniffed this P3. 97-10 is the scoreline, and the Bayliners are here for this rotation. Kratos going to be forced to back it up, and if you're Octane here, it's starting to get into that dire situation. Finally going to be able to accrue some points on some scrap time there, but not really a lot. Only 4 seconds of scrap. Hunt getting into the mix, going to be able to find one. Logano going to be able to find one before getting traded out by Doomsick. Doomsick going to be good for 2. Rick's going to be able to find one there. Going to get out briefly before going back in and finding Hunt. Godsent going to be able to find another. And the Bayliners, once again, in control, continue to grow this lead. Now over an 80-point lead. Octane have got to find a second gear, a third gear, a fourth gear. Just start banging through them until you find something that works.
So fire some nitro cylinder inside you, because this time around, it's look at Logano, it's 24. Boy, Blitzer is 8, and everybody just going bonkers with the entire play. And one thing that I've definitely noticed that we do see the side of Octane just going, 2-2 or just 1-by-1 with the crosshairs of Bayline. They gotta move on back. They gotta be there for the gunfight trade. That is something completely missing out from the side of Octane. For now, we do see the position getting swapped around. Of course, it's gonna be on the center of the hill, the entire capture point. Now, They have to find something a little bit different, though. Find that missing piece of the puzzle. But now Kratos is gonna go down from the hands of Aiden. Logano finds one. Doom6 goes down. And look at the scoreline. We do see Doom6 going 13 to 12. I'm just gonna ignore the deaths for a second. But apart from Doom6 and Kratos, not a lot of value coming out from the side of Hunter Xavi, though. You see him playing with the Jackal PWW, and he will get punished for the same Aiden with the assault rifle headshot. And boy, oh boy, I have a feeling Octane have missed the train to just capture up onto that retaliation on how they can just turn this entire hard point around. They do have a lot of time, but on how the entire Logano, Godsend, I'll take the entire team for now. They are just banging heads at this point of time.
Yeah, I don't even know if banging heads is the right metaphor there, because banging heads would sort of make it seem like it's an even gunfight here. Logano currently sitting 28-5, one of the craziest KDs I've seen in the U18 Black Ops 6 seasons so far, and we're just past the halfway point in this game. Currently, it is the second set, P2, and Bayliners doing their best to close the door. Octane do manage to squeak back in there, but still more than 100 points separating them and Bayliners. Bayliners just on an absolute tear, a flurry, if you will. It's not looking good for Octane. They show promise here and there. They're able to get a break. They grab some time, but when he's getting cross-map kills with the Jackal. Like, you just can't let that happen if you're the side of Octane. Finally, Logano going to be taken out 32-7.
I mean, that alone, Logano's score tell a lot about the entire, supreme firepower that Bayliner have against a team like Octane, though. For sure, I want to see them playing like this against some of the topmost teams who are in this particular league. But how Octane are just not able to scramble and rethink how they can approach to the entire roster of Bayliners. I mean, it's looking very hard. It's looked very harsh, and pretty sure that this is about to be very very hard, being in that very a tight spot in the situation of Octane, though. Again, popping heads left, right, and center. Let's be Lich, let's be Aiden, let's be Logano, though. It's just standing in the corner, just behind the doorway. Gets one, though. Xavi will come up for the trade. We do see now the trade game going a little bit right on the side of, a little bit right on for the side of Octane, though. But just cannot deny all of the gunpowder that Logano, Litz, and Aiden are holding up on the guys. Gonna get straight up headshot, though. Both the guys trying to contest, and the boy Xavi boy, though, gets a double. Logano, Aiden both goes down. And slowly and steadily, we do see the style change coming up in the pace of the game into the favor of Octane, though.
Yeah, it's still, I feel like it's too little too late. The Bayliners have broken that 200-point mark. Octane aren't even at 100 yet. Realistically, if they soak the rest of this time, they're sitting around 110, I believe 117, 118. But Trix is doing his best to have the first 100-point club of the season. 99-207, the current score. Aiden just locking this time down, not letting Octane even sniff at Godsend, trying to get set up, not trying to get 100-point club. Hunt gonna fall. Logano also gonna fall. Trick's gonna be able to find Xavi, though, and Octane narrowly avoid the 100-point club. 104 has been obtained off of this P1. However, 215-105 is the score. Still climbing for Octane. Finally able to stabilize a little bit here, get their bearings, sort of lock things down, but Doom6 doing a lot of the footwork here. 23-24, Hunt 10-30, Xavi 16-21, 18-29 out of Kratos. It's just not ideal score lines out of the boys. It's not what you want to see. Kratos doing his best to find an angle, but Godsend is going to be there to just absolutely peel his wig back. And it's just, Bayliners just seem a lot more consistent, a lot more put together, playing really well as a team. Zavi going to be able to find one? Does he find this other player lurking in the basement? Yes, he does, before getting picked up by Aiden. Doomsix going to be able to find Aiden for the trade. Once again, time going the way of Bayliners. Octane don't have time to sort of sit around and sit on their hands. They have to get on this point. Finally, they're able to do so. Kratos with a big two-piece, but Aiden going to be able to find one of his own. Still time.
Yeah, we do see the full big stop coming off for the side of Bayliners. Octane are able to very, I would say, provokingly just to retaliate and just controlling the entire situation in their favor. Slowly growing up their scorecard, but again, it's already 238 for the side of Bayliners. Octane gotta be really nitpicking at this point of time, not to give even a one score or two score away. I'm just not letting the entire team of Bayliners just shut you down for even one bit. Logano got sent again, getting up that straight up out counter and those skills, and now they will just rotate towards the next capture point as soon as possible. And there you go, it's 240 already and 170 for the side of Octane. Soon as we see a couple of kills here and there coming off from side of Godsend, and this will be over. As I say, it's over.
Yep, done and dusted. Bayliners take it 250 to 170. So not a complete blowout. Octane able to fight back a little bit, get themselves back into that game, but yeah, not a great look for your first series, your first match in the U18 COD League to come out so sort of stagnant and cold off the rip. Gonna see if they're gonna be able to bounce back come map 2. We got that search and destroy. Logano 45 and 15. 45 and 15, a perfect 3.0 out of the young man.
Yeah.
That was impressive. But yeah, Octane really have to bounce back, step it up, find a second gear, and jam it in there and just find something that works. Throw everything at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah, definitely. But overall, I like how we can say things a little bit differently, because the overall score looked 250 to 170. But we all saw the game, and we all saw how Bayliner was just able to, click heads back to back, especially all of the guys coming up from the side of Bayliner, just going straight up in, like you said, with 3.0 KD, looking at that particular guy. But I have to say, for the side of Octane, as they were able to get that 170 towards the later part of the game, they might change up the entire pace as we go up on to the second map, which is going to, of course, on Search and Destroy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a possibility. It's going to be interesting if they are going to be able to stabilize here in this search. Looks like we're going to have a map 2 Hossy, so that's going to be an interesting one. Definitely. Following that, map 3, our swing mode, if you want to call it, our control is going to be a proto once again, followed up by a skyline hardpoint, and then to close us out, another prody. Big prody teams here, I guess. But yeah, this should be a banger. Stay on the edge of your seat. Go get a snack. Go get some water. Never mind. We're loading into the map right now, so don't go anywhere. Get back here if you're already running away, because Aussie Search and Destroy action is coming up right now.
Yes, sir. Aussie, one of the favorite maps, which my per se. I'm just gonna stop saying what's my favorite, what's not. Flash is gonna just like judge me a lot in terms of just what you are playing though. But just keep the jokes aside, folks. At this point of time, I would say on how Octane got the late momentum play shift going up on their side when we saw the side of Art on the last map. I feel like things can be again a little bit different when we are sticking up to the Search and Destroy. But only time can tell. As soon as we do see the side of Bayliners pushing up against on the A-bomb side, a lot of these close quarter affair happening in. Aiden puts out a double. Now it's a 3v2. And Logano still want to stick up to the B plant. And yes, he's going in actually for the plant. Now, they have to go in for the little bit of the repositioning. Hult is definitely upon his toes that somebody's going for the plant. Aiden gets the side of Xavi though, a little bit of slide. And there you go, boy. It's going to be the side of Octane getting up that first round victory in the Search and Destroy.
I'm pretty sure that was Bayliner, no? I think our names are switched still.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so
No, that was
Bayline are going to be able
Bayliners.
to. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
Bayline are going to
Bayliners.
be able to find that first round. Doing a great job of sort of setting the tone. Aiden going to be able to find 3 on the round, so he's definitely starting to sniff streaks there. Currently on that 3 streak. Trick's going to be able to find one of his own. So yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Octane respond to that. Are they going to respond with a B hit of their own, or are they going to sort of play things a little different here? Big win, and Aiden's going to fall early. No streaks for you, my good sir. Logano going to be able to find this equalizer before getting picked up by Zavi. Beautiful play out of him to sort of tuck himself away in that corner. Find that equalizer. Tricks in just a beautiful spot here. Tags in from Zavi, but Tricks is up close and personal. Actually opting for the wrap. Godsent with some tags in. Rick's doing his best to play his life, looking for any intel, seeing if they start to wrap over. He is going to get spotted. He definitely spotted one player. However, all 3 are nearby. Big tags at a Tricks there. Going to be able to find some shots on the player on bomb is Godsent, but no kills going back and forth quite yet. Godsent pushing up to that power position, locking down that bomb site. However, the rotation is on. Tricks, however, has sniffed this out. He is rotating with them. He's looking for this player to start planting bomb. Tricks going to be able to find one onto Zavi, but not going to be able to find much more. Spots the player there.
Nice one.
One more player on bomb. Does abandon the plant too. Kratos has to stick this, and Tricks knows it. Tags him up. No time left for the plant. Tricks just has to play his life, and once again, Bayliners, a little shaky there, but do manage to stabilize and find their second round in a row.
Yes, sir. Boy, back-to-back games coming in, and I love to see how the momentum shift was in play in the later part of this rounds, but now it's again it is going to be the side of Octane just being upon that little toe-to-toe. But for now, it's going to be the side of Bayliners think a little bit of something how differently things can be done. But things can be in a similar way. I know for a fact that I'm just saying that they have to approach in a different way. But in Search and Destroy, you just gotta win those gunfights. You just gotta play according to the entire strategy against the entire strategies coming in from your opponent team. And plus, you have to manage a lot of that time play. You have to be aware of how much time you have left to go for the plant, how much time you have left for the rotations coming in, or how much time you gotta just spend on taking those gunfights.
Yeah, and that is just not what you want to see. Logano managing to spot 2 there, but Zavi going to find 2 of his own.
Yeah.
And Octane squeezing their way back in, gonna cut that lead in half, 2-1. Octane, great job there of stabilizing, keeping calm. They lost a player early and managed to bounce back and win the 3v4.
Into 3v4, or maybe just for the side of new Bayliners, they're getting a taste of a little bit of their own medicine. Maybe I gotta say, maybe, but maybe let's see. I'm just getting too much ahead of my of the entire thing. But for now, folks, yes, we do see the side of new Bayliners being on that 2-1 score line. Octane, especially from the side of creators, doing a tremendous job of just getting those first few frags. All of the time we have seen the first frags coming, a little bit of that stun going into the play. And of course, that frag will do a little bit of damage though. Check PW being on the reload. For the second, it's going to be Zevi to get that first blood. They're already on the bomb B side though, but we do see the rotation coming in. He gets the double. Zevi takes out the side of Aiden. A lot of value being created from just one single guy, and there you go. The Doom 6, the bomb barrier gets that one play. Godsent is going to be the last man alive from the side of Bayline. Is going to be a 1v3 now. Godsent trying to chamber its position, being unlucky to just be on the reload. And now it's going to be a 2-2 score line.
Yeah, just great play out of Octane there. Big value out of Doom 6. Going to be able to find that player before getting traded out, leaving Godsent in a 4v1. And yeah, it's just 4v1 in an AR in secret, just is never going to go your way.
Let's see. I mean, I'm just being too optimistic maybe at this point of time, but I just feel for a second that things can go for the side of Octane. And how New Bayliners just dominated on hard point was, in terms of the entire play, of course, it was that of the Bayliners to be up on that upper hand. But in terms of scoreline, it was still 250 to 170. So we have to give the props and you have to give that credit to the side of Octane, though. Being on with that drone, has gonna get a double. The bomb has been dropped in the hallway, and boy, oh boy, he's gonna get the third. No communications, boy. The guy just came up into that last hallway. How didn't they communicate it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a bit of a breakdown there, but Hunt currently trying to get the ace, the 1v4 clutch. Bomb is going to get planted. I know that Aiden is just going to beeline it towards
He sees it.
line and going to be able to find that kill. Bit of a unfortunate circumstance there for Hunt. 4v1. Maybe if he had a little help from his team, he wins that one. But Aiden, cool, calm, collected, almost knows exactly where he's at, slides out, hits the chow in wine court, and is able to shut that down.
Oh no, Octane being on that lead, the scoreline of 3-2. Things can get interesting from here now on if they're able to get that one more point, of course, and push towards the map point on this particular mode. Maybe we might be able to see new Bayliners maybe trying to just play up a little bit more aggressively, especially up on the control. Trophy system getting up placed upon to that bumpy side. Of course, we gotta see someone to take up that control upon that hallway, but no, we don't see it. They're already going in for the plan. Now we do see repositioning being done from the side of Bayliners.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a tough break for them. A 4v4 retake on B. It's not unheard of, but it's definitely going to be a tougher one. Big opener there out of Aiden. Does manage to spot two more players. One player runs into the water. Godsent in a tough spot here. Manages to get out with his life. Tricks. Momentarily gets out with his life. Big 2, and Octane managed to tie us up at 3 rounds apiece.
I mean, how Octane were able to get up on that grass, not being very too shabby. Actually, yeah, I'm not being too very too shabby. Being up on that close plan scenario, Bayliners looked good, confident. But for now, it is going to be a 3-3 scoreline, and now it's going to be solely steadily going to anyone's halfway. I mean, this is anyone's game at this point of time. I mean, that stick drifted crazy.
I was thinking the same thing. That was insane amount of stick drift. The fact that he's frying
no,
like
no,
that,
no
with
offense,
that amount of
no
stick drift.
offense. Yeah, no offense to the guy, but yeah, that was insane, and it's still popping off.
Yeah, and just locking down irons. Godsent going to find the opener. Gets traded. Logano going to be able to find one. Big 2s across the board, and 2v2 is what we're sitting at. Doom 6. Not going to read this rotation. It's going to be a quick wrap from the boys over on the Bayliners. Doom 6 just trying to get active on the map here, trying to spot anything, sniff this plant out. May have just spotted this player top white. Logano in just a tough spot right now, but the rotation for Octane is over towards B. All the while A is being planted. Doom 6 is going to spot that player. However, that player is also going to spot him. Both with subs. That's a shaky gunfight for both of them to take. Kratos in a great position to play upset. Doesn't spot that player. Does get tagged up. Logano going to find that opener. Big nade. Is it going to find some tags? Yes, it is, but Kratos is so weak that he just has to run back, play his life. Big stun. That's going to be a big intel for Logano. Knows exactly where this player is. Player ops to Chow. Not much time remaining. Has to win both. Logano going to be good for 3 on the round, I think.
Logano was double. He got that double in the end.
I think he got 3 though. I'm pretty sure he got one of their openers too.
Could be. I mean, good for him.
We'll see the streak. We'll see the streak.
Yes, but for now, Octane getting up that one more round and now getting closer to that map point. It's 4-3, and for the streak, yeah, he did got 3. Logano did got 3. You're correct.
Yeah, and currently sitting at 7-5. He was off to a bit of a slow start, but definitely picking up right where he left off in the last game. Maybe stumbled out of the gate, but 7-5, not quite triple positive, but it's still a damn good scoreline in my opinion. Going to be able to find a big opener there too. As Aiden almost finds the second, but Hunt is there for the shutdown. Logano knows this player's lurking by this back truck, but opts to leave him, doesn't want to give the intel, spots the bomb carrier, able to find one, make it two. Oh, almost finds the third. Doom 6 down to an absolute sliver of HP. Actually, 44 HP. Can take a couple bullets back up to 100. Currently sitting at 2-7. Not a great scoreline, and doesn't get the bomb either. Definitely some interesting play here. Big crossfire setup. Bomb has been grabbed. He's spotted, shut down, and Bayliner take us to map point.
It's Octane. We have the side swapped.
Yeah, it's
Octane.
It's Bayliner. It's Bayliner.
Bayliner?
It's Bayliner.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, it's Bayliner. And boy, oh boy, we have, again, Bayliner being upon that, upon that lead on how the hardpoint was positioned upon. So it's good to see that they're able to continue on that momentum. But for now, Octane again they have to find that a missing piece of the puzzle to just stumble upon and take the entire control. Oh, bomb getting dropped very early. Down upon the hallway. They might get the bomb control as soon as possible, though. Aiden gets upon the one, playing it for a flank, gets a double, and he gets down from the hands of Kratos, who will definitely get scumbled upon from side of Lich with that SMG play, though. And
Yeah.
Zevi has the bomb. He'll be definitely going to protect that.
Oh, yeah, big time. It's now just a matter of, is he going to be able to find both these players? Submachine gun, terrible timing. Unchecks bomb, unlocks down bomb, and runs away. And as that happens, the players decide to peek. Gets tagged up, has to play his life, slow it down a little bit. Zavi trying up in the clutch. 1v2 post-plant scenario.
Oh.
Shoots a body, has no idea there's a player behind him. And Bayliner with the 6-3 victory. Once again, just solid COD out of the boys. Nothing too crazy going on, nothing insane, nothing we've never seen before, but just good, consistent, fundamental COD. It got a little shaky there from time to time. Almost lost the 4v1. That would have been bad for the brand, but Logano 10-6, Godsent, bit of a struggle, 2-8. Tricks 6-5, Aiden 9-6. Just all in all, decent play out of the boys. Godsent, not Godsent. Bayliner's just doing a great job of staying consistent.
Yeah, consistency is going to be the perfect example when it comes down. Take their name though, but 250 to 117 the first map, now 6-3 in the search and try. But gotta give to the side of Octane. They were able to at least get up for a couple of rounds in their side, especially when there was a lot of that mistakes and the gaps not getting filled up from the side of Bayliners. But yes, folks, that was the search and destroy. Our next map will be we will be going into the play on the control mode. But Night Flash, do you think we might get another 3-0, or you think for a fact that we might see a switch up coming up and we might see a reverse sweep? What do you think about that?
I never like to root for a 3-0, and I never think that it's going to be a 3-0. But if I'm just going off the stats alone, you just look at Logano, right? Like he triple positive in the first respawn, almost double positive in the S&D.
Yeah.
Control is a mix of HP and S&D. Like, this guy is going to be moving, and it's Prody once again. Just watch the guy drop 45 on an HP in Prody. I think Octane are going to be in some trouble. I think they can do it if they're able to shut down Logano, but that's a big if. But off the rip, we're going to be able to see a few players fall from Bayliners. But Zavi, already up in this spawn trap location, doing his best. Going to be able to find a couple there and send some people packing back to the respawn. Hunt going to be able to find tricks and just, yeah, this is the name of the game when it comes to control, especially on Prody. It's who can spawn trap better.
Yeah, definitely. You have to just be up onto that trap the entire spawn and get those back-to-back lives remaining as quickly as possible. For now, we do see the side of Johnson and everybody from the side of Bayliners getting the control of the first take onto that A point, and definitely they will all be getting that first take in the control. A double kill might have been charged, but nope, it's Aiden taking on the side of Hunt, and it's Doomstick to take on the side of Aiden. In that retaliation is gonna literally coming flying out of nowhere though, and Zavi. But not a huge problem, I would say, for the side of Baylands to even get the second take in the control for the side of A site.
Yeah, and you know, with the map updates, they're not super new anymore, but this B point is so much easier to capture now that it's not down on that boat. Tricks not going to be able to find that one, but progress still being made over at A. Logano going to be able to clear out the top blue. However, Zabi lurking bottom blue does get cleaned up by Tricks. A point has been captured. Minute 20 left in the game. Hunt going to get cleaned up by Logano up on that top mid gun.
Oh.
Big tags, but Logano's good for another. Doomstick's going to finally be able to find his teammate's trade, but gets cleaned up. No progress on B quite yet. Godsent going to be able to find one. He's getting posted up for the spawn trap. Going to try and make him spawn out, but does get pinched in the back by Hunt. Logano going to be able to find the trade, though. Kratos with a beautiful nade. Great shots out of Logano.
He says how Doomsix being on a very good crossfire though, gets that single kill, of course. Oh, but I don't know what Hunt was thinking over there. Hunt gets taken out, of course. It's going to be this Doomsix to get taken off the side of the other guy. But Zevi comes up, takes on the same trade. And boy, we do see the side. Everybody just trying to get that last take coming up from the side of Bayliners. So now Doomsix pops up a nade. Not a huge value out of it, but Kratos gets that double and comes out, takes it to the side of Logano. Aiden comes in from the back. Kratos goes down. Now for the respawn, though, it's just 5 up against 2. It's something not really looking good for the side of Octane.
Yeah, and if you're Octane here, you don't want to let them get the take. You want to go out to lives, and that's exactly what they do. Baylighter is going to manage to snag that first round. It's just a matter of, are they going to be able to do it on defense now? Because the argument can be made that Prody is a bit of an offensive-sided map with that B control point move. So are they going to be able to do it on defense? If they can get the spawn trap set up and sort of flowing well, I definitely think it's possible. I know it's possible. It's almost probable if they can get that spawn trap set up and get it rolling. It's just a matter of getting that done. But just take a quick look at Logano here, 10-5. Guy's just having himself an absolute series. Just a great 3 set of maps here. Aiden going to swap to that sub off the rip. Big read. Not going to be able to find that kill, though, as Kratos is there for that. Hunt going to be able to find Tricks. Doomsix going to follow the Logano. Kratos going to be able to find the trade, though, and instantly progress being made onto A. Tricks going to be able to find Hunt. Zavi's in the back, though, trying to play spoiler, trying to play upset on the pinch, trying to kill Logano, able to find that one. His position's known, but progress still being made over at A. Godsent doing his best, playing his life up top Grandma's, but does finally fall. Logano going to this top 3rd location or do his best, trying to get the pinch. It's do or die. You got to find the kills, and you got to find them now, and they do. They manage to find the kills as all the players fall for the side of Octane. Not going to be able to cap that A point.
Again, Logano and yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say it's still getting captured, but the blues are just so similar that it was actually getting cleared.
I mean, yeah, one is light blue, another one is light purple. So it's really hard for me also to differentiate between the other two in the first map. But for now, folks, yeah, we definitely know for a fact that Litris and again Logano are definitely the one to create the most of the value in terms of the fragment power. But Litris is going to be over there, and Octane will be able to clear out the entire team in a couple of seconds, though. Waypoint A is secured. But for now, a little bit of that hide and seek play, and we finally see that Logano getting up the kill. Godsep are able to put the headshot with an AR, reduce the capture getting done from side of Octane, which will be stopped as soon as they want to. That made shots. What a lovely flick from Logano. Of course, you are the SMG player and you're gonna act like one. Logano with a multi-kill, coming up straight up 3 kills from that lad. Not a lot of time left for the side of Octane though, but not a lot of opportunities are being also created from them.
Yeah, and their life lead has been flushed down the toilet. They are currently even on lives, down by 2 ticks right now. Logano on a flank, going to be able to find an opener. That's still going to keep our life count tied as Zavi's going to be able to find one. Still staying tied here. Logano just playing his life up top third. Godsent has been spotted, but Kratos is going to be able to find the knife, giving them an advantage for the time being. But the trade game is just on point right now. Trick's going to be able to find the advantage.
Oh my god, this
Doom
is close.
Beautiful shots at a Doom 6 there. 40 seconds remain. No progress made on B whatsoever. Aiden and Zavi going to combine for a couple there. And finally, Bayliners out of respawns, but so is Octane. 1 life separating these 2 teams here. 25 seconds remain. Octane have to go, and they've got to go quickly. Zavi is going to fall. Logano going to be able to find that player lurking up top. Grandma's big spot at a Godsent, but Hunt is going to be there, able to find that kill. Tricks, you got to go, is going to fall to Hunt as well. Logano not going to be, finally going to be able to find that one. Second tick of progress almost in, but he, my goodness,
clutch.
Logano with the clutch. Absolutely beautiful. That second tick was not captured. Sheesh. Bayliners with a 2-round advantage and a 1-tick advantage. Oh, what a beauty.
That was some clutch, boy, oh boy. And I have to say, hey, I don't date folks that I'm sounding too harsh, but I gotta say, there looks like a little bit of that communication gap between the players of Octane. This was supposed to be that, hey, you got 1v2, you have the man advantage. Of course, in terms of a lot of these situations that happened in the last Search and Destroyers as well, there were a lot of these chances where Octane had the opportunity to fill the gap, stay liquid, and just like get all of those frags in their favor, especially in those man advantage situations. So now it's 2 rounds in, just 1 more round to shut this down, and they're on a seize point once more.
Yeah, and I don't want to discredit anybody else on Bayliners, but currently a bit of a 1-man army. Logano 24 and 11, everybody else either even or negative on their team. And he continues his reign of terror. Going to be able to find Hunt there. Doomsix going to be able to find some tags onto Godsent. Godsent not going to be able to spot him, but more tags. Kratos doing his best to play spoiler. Going to be able to find that one onto Tricks. Godsent going to be able to find Zavi, and Logano going to be able to find Hunt. Aiden going to be able to find Kratos. Progress on B is about to finish, and A has just begun. 28 to 23, sorry, 27 to 23 is the life count. Big win. Nope. Tricks with the bit of a choke there. Not going to lie. Doomsix going to be able to get the reversal on that one. Doomsix going to be able to find another. So, some progress being made here for the side of Octane. 24 to 20. Hunt going to be able to find one. Is going to get spotted by this player on Helly, and Logano's going to be able to clean that one up. Kratos up into this top third window. Progress on A is being made. However, nobody has spotted Kratos up there. Going to be able to find the one. Stop that progress momentarily, but his position is known. Now you just have to hide from top window. Zavi running amok on this 8-point. Kratos and all players for the side of Octane getting involved. Doomsix. Trick's going to be able to find one. Kratos going to be able to find a trade. Aiden going to be able to find Kratos. Zavi going to be able to find Aiden. Big trades back and forth. Zavi just lurking in this bottom ammo, this bottom blue. Big tags, but the shots from the pistol ring true, and Godsent's going to be sent packing. 13 to 15 is the life count. Kratos going to be able to find a knife kill. This guy just loves the knife. Zavi going to be able to find Aiden. Godsent trying to do some work on the 8-point. Not going to be able to find anything. Not looking great for Bayliners here.
At this point of time, I feel like, Godsent or Logano, just somebody will come up and just even Steven that situation. But no, Doomsix takes to Salutris, and Doomsix is going to just come up and take up the second one instead. And now it's going to be 11-6. Maybe the retaliation is definitely on coming in from the side of Octane, and it's 5-11 now. A huge shift coming off to the play though. Watson gets one. Zevi goes down for the bet, but he will definitely come back as they have tons of life remaining compared to what Bayliners have at this point of time. 4-9, 4-8. Zevi gets one, but no, Doomsix is going to take the side of 8 and out. It's a 8-3 now. They just gotta wait and watch. It's better. Don't chase him. Don't take that foul. Don't take that disadvantageous play. But there you go. They have it. It's 8-1 now, and they finally able to get that 1-round victory.
Yeah, and now it's just a matter of building on it. You know, we saw they almost won that last round too. So Bayliners not looking a little shaky, but definitely still in the driver's seat, still comfortable, definitely still able to close it out on this next round here.
Yeah, I feel for the fact that if Octane are able to collect themselves and get that one victory upon their side, we might see this going up towards the 5th round. Maybe we might see Octane winning up this particular round as well. They're finally able to get that one control up over here. But for now, folks, anything can happen. But again, credit where it's due, man. It's 32-19 for the side of Logam, with the same amount of kills which seen in the first map of Hardpoint as well. So, boy, that guy is doing the majority of the heavy lifting, I gotta say.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. Nobody else has sniffed 20 on his team, and he's at 34 and continues to climb. Spawn trap is on though. Aiden in the spawn of Octane, not going to be able to find anything, but Zavi gets sent packing back to spawn. Logano going to be able to find Kratos in that power position. Trick's going to be able to find that one as they were trying to sneak through, pull the wool over their eyes there, but it's not going to happen. Aiden going to be able to find one, slides out, find the second. Good lord. Aiden on a bit of a tear here, but Zavi going to find 2 of his own. Logano big tags.
Oh, nice.
Not going to be able to find anything there. That's unfortunate, but Trix is there, has the support. Kratos and Zavi fall to the hands of Trix. No progress has been made at either. Sorry, that's a lie. A little bit of progress has been made, but no ticks achieved, and the life disparity is getting out of hand. 23-14. Aiden going to be able to find one. The Hunt going to be able to find another, but Trix once again going to find that answer, keeping these players at bay. Trix finds another onto Kratos. Trix having himself a round here, 27-26, currently on a 10 streak. Has that streak to play with too. Can call it in here to end it. Interesting that he's not, actually. There we go.
There we go. And boy, that was
series map. New England Bayliners with our second sweep of the night.
Yeah, kind of like an unexpected one, because yes, in the side of like the hard point, we did saw new Bayliners kind of steamrolling against the side of Octane, but on how Octane were able to collect themselves and search and destroy and kind of carry